Hello everyone, this will be the review of game Unicorn Dungeon, and the key was provided by developer. I'm just going to go down with sounds, very low, just in case, and we're gonna check language. I don't know if there is any other. No, it's purely English. The game has also narrator and dialogues. And I could show you tutorial, which is a bit funny, but I'm gonna just load the game and not give you any hints. The general story is that this knight that you can see is supposed to find a unicorn and bring it to the king. So that's the general idea. The game is supposedly to be a mix of point and click adventure and roguelike. I personally don't understand the roguelike element, but I'm going to show it to you. And aside from that, this is a point click adventure. So I'm gonna show you the graphics if it loads. Hopefully it does. It's quite long loading times. I'm not gonna show you the start and some jokes because that would spoil it, I guess. I'm just gonna show you how it looks and how it's connected with this roguelike element, and not gonna be a long review, just presentation more like what it is. I'm trying to load and the game is like not responding, but that's what happens in this game. I have to check recording after this loads, if it loads. It's very long loading times between scenes. So this is a scene, this is a room basically where we are. I'm just gonna check if it's recording. Yes, it's recording. Okay, so in this room we can of course move around as always, point and click. And this is the unicorn, but he doesn't want to come with us.
Hey, you there, unicorn, come with me.
The unicorn paid no attention.
Yeah, he paid no attention. So that's the dialogue and that's the narrator. And we have this strange shop run by Goblin, who's theoretically selling us all kinds of stuff. He has a key that costs five. It costs 5 gold, but I have no idea how to get gold. You also have daggers, hammers, swords, short swords, and arrows. Also, all of them cost money. I don't know how to get money. You also have shields, and is the spear there? No, it's not really there. What about books?
Are the best in the county.
Okay, they also cost money. Maybe it's all a joke. Hard to say. I never got any money in this game. I only found a closed door in the dungeon, but I have no idea how to make 5 gold. So I'm stuck in this game. I don't understand it, but I can show you at least the graphics. This is, where is it? Oh, if you go to the top, this is our inventory. We can watch or use something. So you can read the flyer, or we can do what? We can use it on Unicorn, for instance. As always, it will have no effect. That usually happens in those games.
Do you want this?
The unicorn ignored.
Of course, ignore the item. So that's how you play, how you click stuff and use stuff on other stuff. That's the general idea of the point and click adventures. You take something like a sword, you use it on a goblin or on a unicorn, can kill it.
Unfortunately, the king's decree required the unicorn to be alive upon delivery.
Yeah, that's the level of jokes you get. And you can also go into this element that is supposedly roguelike, or maybe it's also a joke. It's hard to say. The game is kinda explained as a mix of roguelike and point and click adventure, but when it loads you'll see what I mean, where is the problem. I found like 2 bosses in the dungeon and the closed door, and I couldn't progress. So generally speaking, you can use space to pick up item or to wait 1 turn, and it works like in well, other games like this. If you press space, they move. You press space, they move. You attack by bumping into them. So you use arrows to move, keep killing tons and tons of jackals and other creatures. Mostly it's spiders and jackals, at least so far. And they always hit you after, I think. So if they survive your hit, then you get hit and you slowly lose HP and then you die. They sometimes drop potions. I don't know if it's random or not, hard to say. For now I am just losing most of my HP and getting nowhere, which is usually the effect. And same goes with spiders, but spiders don't really drop any potions. So I don't know, maybe it's some sort of a riddle where you have to go particular direction and attack some bosses first. I tried to make it to one of the bosses, but he was too hard and I had too little HP. And yeah, here you start. I think it's always the same dungeon. I tried to go like all the way one way, but I always died to boss or just in combat. So you can just move around like this. It would be nice if it was customizable, if it was actually a roguelike, but I'm not sure if it's even actually a roguelike or it's just this section of a game that is otherwise point and click adventure. I'm not sure if you can buy anything, if you can improve your character. So if you press space on this, you heal by 5 points. So they drop stuff. Now we can try to go to some place. See, this is the door. Now you can open and it's closed. Oh, I have to use mouse now. So it's closed. You cannot, well, you can look at. Yes, it's heavy. Use item. Well, we can use those items. We can use helmet. Did nothing. Of course we have to use key, but let's just check all 4. Yes, doesn't work. You cannot burn it. I tried before. Flyer, of course, won't do anything. Yes. So you can open it. Probably you need the key. For key you need gold, and for gold you need to do something. I don't know what. Maybe you have to kill one of the bosses, but I was unable to. I just ran out of HP every time. There's just too little potions for me to progress. Maybe there is some perfect path that you can take and lose least amount of HP. Maybe that's the way to do it. You have to always make a pause so they come to you and then you attack them. If you do it the opposite, if you come to them and they hit you, you will definitely lose. But even if you do it perfectly, like this, and then hit, and I lost. I think I lost nothing, but they also didn't give me any potions. So you do it again, hit them, kill them in big numbers. They hit me as well, and I'm getting nowhere, as you can see. I stopped. Okay, the same. You never go like this. You always have to be in a corridor. So we fight one guy at a time, just in case. I don't think they can attack diagonally, but just to be on the safe side. And we are basically dead. I don't think you can heal any other way. You don't have any spells or something like that. You cannot buy any items, at least for now, because clearly you have no money. Nothing at all. You don't start with little money, you just have no money. And we might make it one of the bosses. I know if you go left all the time, you go into spiders somehow. You can try to make it there, but usually when getting to the spiders, I just lost all HP or almost all HP before I could make it to the boss. And there is no way to customize, no way to get stronger. All you can do is just do this and hope for getting money that you need. Or maybe there's another way to get the key. Maybe this whole section is a joke, or maybe it's a big element of the game. It's hard to say because I didn't finish it and I don't know how to finish it. So I'm just stuck. I can try to make it to the top. I think there is this boss somewhere. I did it wrongly and he hit me. And the worst part is that I don't get the additional potions. I think I'm dying, almost dying here. That's probably not the way to do it. Yeah, there will be the boss and I can't kill it because I die in 3 shots. I'm gonna show it to you and I'm gonna probably finish here. Right, so I did it wrong again. They all come to me. I can't heal, and that's the boss. If he hits me, I'm dead. So you'd have to probably make it somehow here with more. I'll just go back, try to find more jackals, but it might not even be the way to go. See, they hit me again. Now I die in 1 shot. They drop nothing, and I have 1 HP. It can't do anything. Now they will probably kill me. Yeah, I died. So that's how it ends. If you fail, and if you do it properly, maybe you can unlock it and maybe you can progress. I was just unable to. I tried a couple of times I can't make it through this section.
And that is the story
Yeah,
of how Sir Typhon
that's
of
how it ends.
Croylar met his
So
end.
the game consists of those two parts, the dungeon and the point and click adventure section, and the whole game is just it's quite a budget game probably, but it doesn't look that bad. It looks just old, but it doesn't look really bad. It looks okay, and some jokes are fun as well. Problem is I don't know how long it is. So it's a strange mixture, a bit of comedy game between those two genres, but I have no idea if this is a proper roguelike or just a joke on roguelikes. Or maybe just some sort of a puzzle that I know, maybe you just find 5 gold, buy the key, and then open door, and that's over. Or maybe there's a whole another dungeon after that. It's hard to say. The area that you play in is not too big, at least not for now. There is like 2 locations aside from this one, from what I found, and anything else is later, if there is anything else. Probably there is. I just cannot progress. So that's how it looks, that's how it plays, and that's what it is. Very strange game actually. I cannot say I can recommend it because it's hard to progress, and the point and click adventure is just point and click adventure. Again, it's nothing special. It's slightly funny if you are into, well, some sort of humor that you might like, but it's hard to say which humor you like, what jokes you like. There are some jokes clearly, but they may be funny or not for you. And then there's this, where you probably get stuck, or maybe you can, keep trying until you beat it somehow, and then something happens. I don't know what happens. I don't even know if you should fight those bosses. Maybe there's something else you should be doing. I might be clearly missing something, missing the solution. That's why I don't play those games. I just get stuck and that's it. I personally like roguelikes, but not that simple roguelikes. So if you wanna buy it as a roguelike, I'm not recommending it. There are much better roguelikes like this or other. They are, again, much better. This is very simple roguelike. And this section about point and click adventure looks dated, works properly, like all the interactions are easy. You can observe the item or you can use the item. Those are the basic 2 elements that exist for 25 years that should be there. It's okay, it works properly. And well, that's it for the game. That's how it looks, and I don't want to spoil much because it might be short, I'm not sure. And if I just show you everything to this point, and then, well, if after this dungeon there isn't much, then I would just show you the entire game, so that's no point. I'm just leaving it for you if you want to go into this, because I personally wouldn't go into this. I'm slightly interested in what's further, but I just cannot progress, so I'm stuck. I don't think I'm gonna keep trying because I just see no solution, nothing I can improve. I might find a better path and make it to a boss with more HP, but I don't know if that's the solution. Maybe it's the solution. It's really hard to say. Or maybe you have to backtrack and heal more times. Maybe find a way with least amount of spiders. Very complicated. I would say it's overcomplicated. It shouldn't be like this. It's just hard for the sake of it. I've also read some review on Steam, and somebody was also complaining about this roguelike part. Maybe we both do it wrongly. Maybe it's not supposed to be beaten. Hard to say. And of course, most stuff is unclickable, like those torches on the walls or those mags. That's not what you're supposed to do. I'm not sure what you're supposed to do. Probably you have to beat the dungeon, but I have no better idea. And I don't know how to do it. So I'm just stuck. Whom to recommend it? I think if you like funny point and click adventures, this could be it, but it's not a, it's not a top level of gaming, not top level of adventure games. So if it's cheap, you can grab it on sale. If you like this particular level of jokes, and if you find the graphics at least average, at least okay, you can buy it for some level of humor, some fun element, more like a joke or a comedy than a real game. And well, for roguelikes, not really. There are just better ones out there. The mixture might be interesting. I mean, it's better. It's clearly better than clear point-click adventure, which is just if you don't click something on something, you're stuck, and that's it. Here, there's another element of the game which definitely adds to the game. Hard to say how big it is, how much does it give you, because I cannot progress, so I cannot tell you. I can say that there were few funny jokes to this point, and that this roguelike part is hard, and you probably will get stuck just like I did, or maybe you will make it into a different part of the dungeon, also die there, or maybe you'll beat it. I don't know. I don't know what's beyond the dungeon, and I don't know how big the game is. And so this is the point and click adventure slash simple roguelike game called Unicorn's Dungeon, I guess. Let's just go back to menu. Can we go back to menu? Let's check settings. Yeah, settings are very basic. One language and sliders. That's good. And the main menu will tell us the name of the game. Once again, if it loads, it shouldn't load. It should deload. Yeah, it's loading menu. Yeah, Unicorn Dungeon. So that was Unicorn Dungeon, and I will see you guys in the next review.